when we want to know this enemy, because the way that you defeat an enemy is by mirroring it. Because if we know that the enemy is a liar, we know that the enemy is a narcissist. Look at the attributes of narcissists. What's the first thing they do? Well, they project. They're going to accuse you of doing the things that they themselves do. So when they say that you're a liar, that's because that judge is a liar. That's the effects of perjury. We know he's committing perjury. So therefore we know that he's a liar. So automatically we know what he is. And if we know what he is, then don't try to figure out anything other than what are the attributes of a liar. Go to the DSM-5, read it. You'll learn about liars. But you also learn how to defeat liars. Because a liar is defeated by the truth. Right? The truth. Because what they do is they project onto you what they themselves are dealing with. So they say, oh, you're a bad father. Well, that's because you're a bad father. I know you're a liar. You're just projecting onto me what you yourself are having an issue with. And we need to recognize that, because that's what they do. Narcissists will project because they're trying to keep you from looking at them, so they're putting the attention on you because they don't want anybody to see that they're actually criminals. So what do? They project onto you so that no one is looking at them. They draw the attention over to you, so they accuse you of what they themselves are dealing with. When they call you a criminal, that's because they themselves know that they're a criminal. Because they don't want anybody to see. So they wear this mask, this illusion, this fake mask. And they say, I'm so fucking honorable, I'm so fucking amazing. And if anybody starts to question that amazingness, then they're going to project onto you so that nobody's looking at them. That's narcissism, guys. That's what they do. So now that we know that they're narcissists, we gotta combat narcissism in a way that narcissism is combated. And you drop the mask. What you do with narcissism is you reflect. You reflect onto them what they are to you. Right? So if you know what their issues are, because whatever they accuse you of is what they themselves are dealing with. So when you deal with narcissism, and guys, I've been trained in narcissism. I've been trained to identify liars. That was what I did. I'm a human lie detector. That's what I did for intelligence and these other agencies. I know liars, but I also know how to combat liars. And the way to combat those liars is, first off, you got to identify what it is that is bothering them, right? What it is that is hurting them, right? And whatever it is that they accuse you of is what is bothering them. Because what they say about you has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. And once you understand that philosophy, that whatever they accuse you of is not about you, it's about them, that is the very first step in understanding and defeating the liar and narcissist. So when they say to you that you are a criminal and you know that they are a narcissist projecting, then the first thing you say is, oh, you're a criminal. Now I know what's bothering you. And now I know which buttons I need to push to trigger that truth inside of you. Because if they say to you that you're a criminal, you know they're a narcissist, you know that they're projecting, then the first thing you do is accuse them of what they're accusing you of. But you do not argue with them. You do not argue. And this is a very, very important step. This is very important because when you deal with the truth and you combat with the truth is nothing but energy. That's all it is. My words are nothing but energy. I speak energy. So this energy comes from my mouth and it's called the truth. So because I'm speaking truth, what that does is that truth enters into a liar and a narcissist. And that energy then offends them. Because remember, the only thing that can offend a person is the truth. Nothing else has the power to offend you. The best thing you do is speak the truth to a liar. And that truth goes inside of them. And when it goes inside of them, it offends them. Well, the first thing that they do is they feel that offense. They feel that hurt that's inside of them, and they instantly lash out at you or at me or the speaker, whoever it is, because they're like, oh, this person's offending me. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm simply giving energy to you, and that energy is now toxic to you because it's counteracting your toxic energy inside of you. It's triggering those little buttons. It's pushing those little buttons that we know needs to be pushed because we know what you are now. We know what offends you now. So once we know what offends them, then we know what buttons to push. If you call me a criminal, I know that's because you are a criminal. So I'm going to call you a criminal. But then I cannot counteract the work of the truth. Because what they do is they feel discomfort inside of them. And they want to release that discomfort. Right? They want to just release it. So what they do is they will lash out at the speaker. because they feel discomfort from the energy that I gave to them. It's now toxic inside of them. And they want to give me that toxic energy. They want to give something to offload that toxic energy to. And if I were to argue with them or say, oh no, I'm not a criminal, and I were to argue back at them, then what they're able to do is they're able to get rid of that toxic energy, right? You turn around, you walk away. That's the way that you fight narcissists. It doesn't matter what they say about you, because it's not about you, it's about them. So they can say you're a shitty parent. They can say you're a criminal. They can say that you're a prisoner. They can say anything they want about you, but none of that matters, because that has nothing at all to do with me. I know what I am. I know what God does to me. I know that God is perfectly happy with who I am and what I do. He's supporting me. Why do I need to prove that to anyone else? I already got God's approval. No one else's opinion matters. I have nothing to prove to anyone because I know what He thinks of me. So I'm going to turn around and walk away. I'm not going to be offended by the things that they say, because they only have limited perspective. And I already know that they're dealing with that issue themselves. Because if I argue with them, I would give them a place to offload that toxic energy to, and then I would have to carry that burden. And I sure the fuck am not going to carry their burden. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to walk away. Doesn't matter what they say about me, I'm going to walk away. And then that toxic energy has to return to them. They have no place to offload it, because they want to offload it to me, because I'm the one that they're narcissists. They want you to see them in this delusion. They don't want this mask to drop. And you're the only person that knows the truth. Therefore, they're coming after you. And it only matters, oh, don't believe that I'm not what I say I am. They have no way to offload that toxic energy. And that toxic energy has to return to them. Because if I don't talk to them, if I fucking ignore them, they can't stand that. And eventually, over time, that toxic energy will destroy them. It only takes one person that knows the truth about their reality, that they can't make believe in their lies. That is enough to destroy a narcissist. It's enough to do it. So, guys, that's how you fight the truth with the truth. You don't argue back. But the first step in doing it is you accuse them of what you know is hurting them, right? You attack their mask directly, and you reflect them. You become exactly what they are. You accuse them of what they're accusing you of. You tell them that truth, and then you turn around and you walk away. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. All of that is a lie. They're going to continue to attack you, hoping that maybe you'll turn back and say, oh, yes, I know it's all true, so that mask doesn't fall. But I'll tell you what, that mask will fall. It will absolutely fall. Every single time. They will self-destruct on their own, as long as you don't give them a place to release that toxic energy. That toxic energy will make them fall. That's what we're doing, right? That's what and you guys can do the same thing that I do. You guys can use the same. I'm telling you what probably hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of training has taught me, that the enemy has trained me to do and use. I'm giving that knowledge to you for free. That's how you attack and break an enemy. Okay? They will gaslight you, absolutely. But the gaslighting has nothing to do with you. It has to do with trying to get you to be convinced and believe in their mask, right? That's all they're trying. But what they also do, you guys, and this is a problem, is that they will create delusions about you. They're going to say that you're a monster. They're going to say that you're a terrible father. They're going to say that you're unfit. I deal with that every day, you guys. You guys can go out and you guys can read stuff about me that's really shitty. It fucking sucks what they say about me. It sucks because none of it's true, but that's their weapon against me. But that's also why I don't fight against it, because I know it's not true. And if I had to convince all of you that it's not true, then that would mean that I value your opinion more than I value God's opinion. I don't. I already know who I am. I already know that I'm approved by God. I already know what I'm doing and what I'm going to accomplish here. And I already know how to do it because I've been trained to do it. So if you guys go out and you read something about me and you believe that, well, I'm sorry, but, that's what they do. That's what they do in strategy against all of you. You guys know that. So, the fact that I didn't win against them in the district court is fine. The fact that I didn't win against them in the circuit court is fine. The fact that because you fail right up until that moment that you succeed. As long as you got the fortitude and the faith to get through They're lies. We're gonna win, but that's why I'm not gonna waste any time trying to correct what they say that I am, because it's not even true. Why would I divulge into their delusions? I don't need to prove that I'm anything. All I need to do is just be me. This is me. This is who I am. This is who I've always been. You guys